you, Madam General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
And Missy, thank you for favoring us with a delightful, politically correct bedtime story. I love the selection because any opportunity to ridicule political correctness is an opportunity worth seizing, because it has proven itself to be the biggest fail of our recent generation. It not only fails to introduce civility and consideration into the public discourse, but it actually fosters intolerance. I mean, I think the fruit is on the vine to see that kind of ridiculous behavior right now. Your project was to read and interpret for us a story that builds to a climax and unfolds for us in a way that carries us along with the drama. And the purpose of this story that you selected goes way beyond slow and steady wins the race. You picked, I think, a very challenging piece for this project because in essence you're taking something that has a very well-known purpose and applying it for another purpose. And so there's a level of complexity in making your point clear to the audience that really requires a lot of precision in mental preparation. So it's a tough selection because you're not just trying to characterize the story's players, but drive home the point that political correctness contorts the plain benefit of common sense and replaces it with an impossibly distorted and useless caricature of equality that not only fails to deliver on its utopian promises, but also deconstructs the virtues behind what already works. In other words, the PC bedtime story aims to illustrate how the PC police have thrown the baby out with the bathwater. And that was the larger purpose behind what you're doing. Put another way, political correctness doesn't merely add consideration and civility to human interaction the way good etiquette does. Rather, political correctness fundamentally reconstructs an alternate reality that simply does not facilitate human interaction or function toward any productive purpose in the real world. The problem that you had to face is that your drama in the story doesn't build toward that point. It builds towards still slow and steady wins the race. I would recommend that for this project you would have considered something that was more straightforward, a story that just aims to grip the emotions and carry the audience from one place to another. And in order to do that in a more imaginative way, I think what you did with the characters was good. I wonder if you could expand your characterization of them in your imagination by, in your mind, imagining them as points of reference that relate more directly to adults. I couldn't help thinking the tortoise and the hare. I had to picture Dr. Ben Carlson versus Donald Trump. That was the caricature in my mind. If you could prepare yourself with those personalities in mind, I'll bet it would expand your creativity in ways that would broaden the depth of what you bring to the audience. I thoroughly enjoyed the piece, and I would love to hear it again sometime. Madam